Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hola.
Hello.
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 Can you hear me now?
Good.
Can you hear me now?
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello. Hello.
My friend.
Why do you do that? Is this part of your voice training? You're training.
No. I just like doing this.
Stretch.
You know, Mask and Horror ended a couple of years ago, right? We don't do it anymore.
You know, Horror Resort ended a couple months ago.
It's true.
Only a couple, I think.
Just,
I think it was only like 2 months, right? Like 2 months ago, Horror Resort ended.
Yeah, only 2 months ago. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I think
we got a plan. We got
It
a
was almost
plan.
3 years ago.
We got a plan. We got to plan Horror Resort 3.
Oh, we do.
What day are we gonna make for that?
I'm assuming we're just gonna. I mean, you have to actually just find someone who will suffer the consequences.
That's true. I guess I don't have to. I guess I don't have to have it be you guys.
You do like us, right? Quiet. That's not nice.
I do like you guys. I do.
That's not very nice. You're supposed to suck my dick back.
We're gonna jump in to the room. Here we go. Hello, everyone. We are here in the room.
Hello.
And we are gonna talk some big funny. We're gonna talk some big funny things going on. We is. Before we start, I would ask your forgiveness. Nay, your mercy.
Uh-oh.
I did forget to make the jump and glide cards.
You fucking. Yeah.
I ask your forgiveness and mercy.
All right, but only if your punishment, Zarel, puppy dog eyes.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it,
You
Zarel.
should have done it while we were doing the chart, asshole.
I'm blinking my eyes and stuff.
Zarel, you're going a little bit toward the asshole on your own chart. I'm just
No!
Shit.
I did it because they told me to.
Because you told me to. Guys, I am curious. I'm very curious about one thing. What happened last time?
All right, so last time, I got my. Uh-oh.
Can't tell me.
I could use these notes instead.
Oh no.
Okay, so we started off on the airship that we obtained the game before. But there's one problem with the airship. Not the airship itself, it's beautiful. We'll all make love on top of it, not with each other. Maybe with each other? We'll see. But there will be lovemaking on this airship. But the problem is we don't have a lot of people to maintain this ship. And we can't really be the ones to maintain it when we're, saving the world and all that kind of stuff. We'll be kind of busy, so we need to find some people to help us. So we go back to the lighthouse and Muna's like, attention everyone! And everyone's like, we're busy. I didn't even tell you anything. We're busy. Okay.
We're busy, Muna. Come on.
So, with that as a bust, we encounter Booyah. And Booyah speaks thus. And this is where my notes start to go a bit summarized, and I literally say, I'll go back and edit these. I did not.
Why didn't you? Why didn't you go back and edit these?
Because I had to go out and do a thing of 5.
What?
Yeah.
But I'm the most
I go
important
out
Touch
thing.
grass now.
I don't think there's any grass between the travel of here and there, actually. I'll check next.
So you didn't
there's
touch
one
grass.
thing of grass. There's one thing of grass on the way. Optional grass, but still grass. Anyway. So Booyah seeks us, and we start talking about our powers. I remember that. And Gilgamesh mentions, oh yeah, I have the power of darkness. I'm not so sure it's like good though. And then Booyah's like, shut the fuck up.
What?
Accept your darkness. Your darkness is you. You are your darkness.
Give in to
I
the
had to learn
darkness.
this
Wait.
lesson. No,
Don't
like
do that. Give in a little.
give in to your darkness, not the darkness, your darkness. Because the only darkness that matters is the one in your soul. Gilgamesh, I think you have a dark fucking soul.
That's the nicest thing anyone ever said to me. That's objectively untrue. But
Now use your
yeah.
dark soul to light the flame.
No.
And I know we had more discussions with Booyah. That's just the one I remember
the one that stuck out.
specifically
It's the one that
because
stuck out.
yeah. I do know that after that we go to the bar.
Yep, you are in the bar.
Muna is like so mentally exhausted from thinking that their folks are in this world that they're like, okay, I'm gonna socialize. I'm so sorry. I just need to have fun. I'm getting some sake, and you should put ramen and sake together. Why? It's disgusting. Oh my god, it is. Slurp, slurp. And Muna starts hanging with the girls and starts talking about stuff. Doesn't employ them, unfortunately. Just starts,
Not yet.
going off. She needs this, though. Hibiki, on the other hand, tries his best, going, hey, Bosco, Macho, you wanna join our crew? And Bosco's like, nah. And then Macho's like, well, if Bosco says nah, I say nah. I could say nah, my own dad, but we only have each other. I have to say nah with you. Dad. Bosco. Dad. Bosco. And he's like, shit, I thought this would be easier. Fuck. This sucks.
There's a little bit more to it than that, but yeah, kind of.
Zarel speaks with a different group and tries to recruit Kasha. They talk about the gold that has been found. They talk about a statue. I remember the statue. I think it relates to the gold. Look, you gotta give me some slack here.
No, you're fine.
I socialize with people. I was in pain. Well, not really. But anyway. She doesn't know the location, and they start theorizing if the statue's made of gold or bronze or, I don't know, whatever Zarel's, like, fucking scales are made of. I don't know. And then something is brought up where it's like, oh yeah, have you been to this place? Never. And because I did not hear that never, when Zarel came to turn to Muna, they're like, is she lying? And then she said something kind of sarcastic to Muna. So Muna's like, oh yeah, she's being sarcastic.
I'm just
so
watching you go
she
for the
was
weave
just
right now.
lying. She was just lying. But because Muna said sarcastic. Zarel learned nothing.
It was that ramen. It was that ramen pasta. It was the ramen.
It was you were
okay.
inebriated on ramen.
Yeah, on ramen sake.
Ramen sake. She slurped the
Ramenoke.
shit out of that. Ramenoke. Anyway, so yeah, Zarel got to gain a net 0 knowledge because of the sarcasm comment. Tasha also talks about how they ended up in Cherished. I remember that. It was... Yeah, and...
Okay, all right, let me
Take over. Tag out.
I feel
Tag out.
I feel bad watching you go for the weave. let me just go in.
Tag out.
So Kasha, as you
I had adjusted notes, but I don't see them on my computer now, meaning they're gone. So I had to use the notes.
I'm just surprised you took notes and then you flushed them out of your head. That's the impressive part. You don't remember what you wrote.
Now you understand why, like, all this is hard for me.
Well, let's keep going.
Honey. That's fine, honey. So as you might know, Kasha is a demon. And something about Kasha is that sometimes she blacks out, and when she wakes up, shit is fucked. Something that she learned in her world, and something that happened of how she got there is when everything started happening, she blacked out, and now she's here. So she has no idea what happened there, but you know, at least she's here. And the interesting part about that is that because, and this will correlate to something I will tell you in like a minute, because of that kind of ability that she has as a demon, mental, like things that would kind of control her don't really work. So she's generally just kind of uncontrollable in that way, which is pretty alright, except a group of people in dark cloaks were like, hey, yo, what's up? Not saying we're evil, but we do come from an evil dark gate, from a door that might lead to darkness.
The door to darkness.
The door to darkness. I'm not telling you that we're from there, but we are evil and in black cloaks, which I understand that in Kingdom Hearts is a bad sign. And they're like, listen, we're not giving you an option. We will threaten to kill you. Or actually kill you. If apparently one of the guys that was there could probably do it, is what she basically said. And went, okay, so what you're gonna do for us is you're going to take this thing, you're gonna steal it from this place, which was the manor that was over there previously that we were at. And you're going to take something in there and you're gonna bring it to the museum for reasons. Just don't worry about it.
Just don't just
and
do the
she
thing.
went, yeah, just do the thing. And she went, okay, yay. And because she's immune to the whole mind thing, she went into the manor, took the thing, which, as we can assume pretty conclusively, is the giant chunk of like stone light that was ripped from the machine that they'd hoarded for themselves. She took that back and she put it in the museum, and then everything happened. the giant light did attract the giant heartless thing. By the way, the loss was there, as you might remember, so that sucks for them. And when she woke up, she vanished. She had her thing happen. She blacked out, and when she woke up, we were there, and she was also there. So she's like, I don't know. I don't feel pretty good about that. You can't look at them. I'm gonna hide them again.
Oh, I'm just getting rid of the back sprites on everybody here because we don't use those anymore.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, we don't use this anymore. That's right. And she went, well, yeah, I feel pretty fucking bad about that. But after kind of discussing things, and she does want to find, you know, the person that she nuked, technically, to see if they're still fine. She agrees to go with the team on the ride.
Yeah. You remember what you want to have them do?
Yeah, they wanted to help with the ropes and stuff.
Yeah.
So they're gonna, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't know if like all of these have the little Doritos on them, but I put some of them on now, and there they are. Anyway, but yeah, is that everything?
It's not everything, but I mean, like Gilly also talked there. Should I just keep going?
If you want to,
Fuck it, it's my show now, I guess.
go for it.
Gilly talked to Ragna, and Ragna basically goes, "Yo, I come from a world, this might shock you, where there are Dragon Balls." And
Then Gilgamesh grabbed at his crotch.
and then he grabbed his balls. Not those. Ragna's like, "Well, I didn't first believe you were a dragon, but I did pull out this." And he pulls out a dragon radar and goes, "You see right here? That's a dragon. That's you. You're there. Friend's also there. There's also the other dragons." The important thing about this is there are a set of magical balls that if you gather them, will grant you anything you fucking want. And I can tell you, I got them several times. I'm like, I'm a gamer. I'm a speedrunner. And I know that because one of my friends should be here and should still be alive, if that's still active, which I'm pretty sure it is. So here's the radar. Just go around and just keep that in mind. So as mentioned, there are many dragons here. There's a lot of dragons. There's an Eastern Bog dragon, which is the one that we know about, and there's I don't know if God Eater went into the radar, but we do know God Eater exists as a dragon.
There is a couple of things that are things that I wanted to bring up because somebody brought them up in the spoilers chat whenever things was going down. Let me go and get to those. Because a few of them were brought up as to being like, you know, what happened with these, what happened with those, and I put in there. There are a few other things. The main reason behind the ones you guys didn't hear is because the different things are interfering with the radar. For example, the library and the Great Tree. Both of those are extremely powerful places that are interfering, which is why you can't see anything from, for example, Michel or Lord Dragon, the Lord Akron.
There's shit happening over there.
There is also we don't know 100% if it could detect Zarel because we don't. People have really told Zarel that they're a dragon.
But yeah, but it's not like Zarel knows anything.
But, you know, it was not an oversight that it did not show Zarel. Zarel has not done anything truly dragony. A lot of people have just really said it to Zarel. People are also wondering about the dragon artifact that Gilgamesh had gotten from Cocklecot's Manor, which did have some sort of sentience. That's on Gilgamesh, and probably doesn't have its own signature at this point, because it's also just a piece of that creature. It's not that creature anymore, right? There's also the idea that probably isn't going to pick out any dragon like Heartless, like the one that's here, like the little dragon dog guy. Probably isn't going to pick those up because they're more heartless than they are dragons. They might not either have as much of a big thing of it, or they just aren't doing it. But those are the main reasons you can't feel all the other things that you guys are decently sure are dragons. For example, God Eater is in technically another plane. They have their own little pocket dimension.
He is in his pocket over. That's true.
And again, the skull of the Dragovic is inside the lighthouse, which probably is being somewhat like taken away from all of this. The one oversight I did make is it should have shown Maki on there.
Okay.
Maki is a dragon slayer. It should have 100% showed Maki on there. So they should be on that. Yeah. So everything that I said last time, just add Maki.
Go video game.
We did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a dragon radar. What happened with that? Nothing. Good.
Easy.
Thanks for the save. I was
Shirt on your balls,
juggling.
man. You gotta help me here. I didn't come here with homework. I did it on my asshole.
You remember anything else of the conversation, Gilgamesh?
Well, no, cover pretty much everything. I mean, Gilgamesh asked
The main
Ragnar some
other
questions about
things-
what he wished for, but you know.
The main other things is, again, you did ask Ragnar about certain things that they would want. You asked if he could return to his old world, would he? Things of that nature. But also, you were told by both Ragnar and Boya that they could give you guys training. They could give you guys training on potentially how to glide or how to jump really high. That can still be done despite the fact I don't have them ready. But you guys
The bus
can
comes over.
you guys can talk and train with them to learn those things, and I'll get them to you by the next game.
Okay.
But yes, that is basically the extent of what happened. Gilgamesh is now having to think on what they would want to wish for if they did somehow gather these forces together.
What would you want, baby boy?
Actually, genuinely difficult decision. What?
Candy.
I don't even know what those are.
Oh, I thought you said candy, not panties. Yeah, I don't
You're gonna miss the.
I don't talk about that guy. They count him as like our friend. I don't really know about that.
Not really. Yeah, he's only really like.
He really made the first part of the journey really unbearable to rewatch.
Anyway, you guys are all together. By the end of last time, you did find that Mako had made his way over, or Macho had made his way over to everybody and explained that he did go off and they did go off and collect things from the mall that they said they were going to collect. At the end of the game, we also showed off the Muna art that is right here. So Muna has pants.
It's true. That was pretty awesome.
But there is also a large tub of other clothes and costumes and such that Macho does have on him that the others could potentially grab and get some other stuff from as well. That being said, we only have one other art that could possibly be gained from that, but we are currently in the works of getting a Gilgamesh and a Hibiki art as well. I have talked with both of them. We are getting that from Phantom hopefully soonish. So we will see how things go there. But for now, pants.
Pants.
And if Zarel wants to, the other thing.
It's fine.
Does Zarel want to?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Let me go
We're all
get
switching
it.
into clothes.
Let me go get them. I can't believe you made me do this by bringing it up.
I didn't. It didn't. You brought it up several times.
Can't believe you brought this up, and now I have to suffer.
Several times I've told you, do whatever you want with it. It's in our DMs. I could take a screenshot and post it in the chat, and everyone would know.
I don't think that's true. I don't think that's a thing you can. I don't know.
That looks photoshopped. I didn't send the chat. It photoshopped.
Luke's photo? Yeah, I mean, I guess so. That's how you make it.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. But yes,
Dude, that looks critted.
that looks great.
I meant the chat logs.
But yes,
In the hypothetical of you sending the chat logs.
you guys at this point would be able to check on the things, to be able to go through and find whatever it is you might wish to gain or find from the area. That being said, whenever Macho says this and opens this large thing in front of himself, you also do find that there is a very much a look from his son behind him. There is very much a look that he gives all of you, as again other people are looking in there as well. You do see that that Artemis is going and looking through. You find that that Kasha is looking through the area. You find that at this point Whisper is off looking inside the area for things. As Macho looks very happy, Hibiki in particular would notice Bosco just sort of glaring in the direction of his father, looking at the large satchel of things that he has pulled out, and then just gets up and walks out.
Okay.
I will go after him.
You don't have to.
You have to follow your heart.
I am following my heart.
But yeah, you find that as you go to make your way out, the others, you guys can do whatever it is you wish. You guys can prepare to get things. You guys can look into the bag of Macho, who seems to be very happy that that people are finding the things that they have gathered to be useful. It's like, of course, just look through everything. We got so many different wares and things we found.
We found a lot just from looking at this.
Oh, we found just about everything we possibly could need. An overabundance of such.
It's an overabundance of belts.
There's so many belts.
It feels like I've seen more belts than I thought statistically would show up in a
The
planet.
majority of the store was belts, oddly enough.
It was the belt store.
It wasn't.
It was the soup store.
It was. Damn it, you beat me to it.
Oh, damn it.
But yes, you guys are able to collect / see the different things that are in that area. Upon that, Bosco has left the area, has gone outside, and as he does, you do find Hibiki that he seems to have made his way around a corner and seems to be taking out what you can only assume to be, from the shape and size of the thing he has gone out. He seems to be taking out a cigarette and looks as if he is trying to light it.
Did I
This is
take
a
fire?
very
I did
special
take fire.
episode.
Yes.
Yes.
I walk over. Need a light?
What do you want? Even though he says that, he does hold the cigarette out for you.
So like, he just kind of does like how they would typically you've seen like in cartoons and shit. His like puts a little flame on his thumb.
I like to finger like kind of snap your fingers and finger gun it.
Because I do have the fire spell.
You do have the fire spell. You can do that. He
Pulling your
sees
finger
you.
out like a butane torch.
He sees you do this. He looks to it for a second with surprise, but he just bring it over and light it as he brings it back to himself.
Magic in this world's pretty nice.
If you have the talent for it, I guess.
Seems like it. Seems like your dad has a talent for giving things out when you don't need him to.
He looks back toward the doorway. You guys hear the excited sounds from inside as people are looking about things. He looks back over. Dad. It's so fucking annoying. I bring it up to him every time. I feel like I have the same conversation every day. But the fact that even though people are needing our services, that doesn't mean we should give them away for free. We are taking risk. We are the ones doing work. We deserve to be compensated. Whenever all this is over, we deserve to have something from it. I don't know what else I have to say to him to get it through to him. Whenever I said it this time, he told me everyone could use a little light. So annoying. Makes me feel like I'm a fucking asshole every time.
Sometimes you need to be a bit of an asshole. Get what you want.
I don't want to be the asshole every time. I don't want to be the one to bring it up every time about needing things. But before all this, we just barely got enough for our shop. We got swindled out of money by making that fucking sign. And then the world comes to an end.
It's pretty bullshit.
I know that there are people out there who have it worse. I know that there are people out there who didn't live through this. I understand that. Believe me, he's had me understand that for a while. But
You can't be too generous. I get it. You can't just give away everything. You've cleaned the shit off your back in order to help everyone around you.
if we do, everything will go back to the way it was before all of this. We're just gonna go right back to struggling. We can't rely on anyone but ourselves, and right now, we're needed. We're needed so much. But if he's not gonna take that seriously, the fuck am I supposed to do? Let's have to keep being the bad guy. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm the one that came out here anyway.
I don't even like these things. He tosses down the cigarette. I found them whenever we were going into the mall and... Ugh!
They are a bit bad for your health.
He picks it back up after he threw it on the ground.
This is a very special episode
it
of Kingdom
flavor.
Hearts.
It gives it flavor, dude.
Look, don't... I'm done telling him, all right? Don't tell him that I'm pissed like this. I'm done with it all. I'm not gonna bring it up to him anymore. I just gotta find some other way to fucking get things done.
The offer does still stand. Because to me, it sounds like you need some space from him.
Want the ship offer?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not in any position to do any charity work, all right?
I never said it was going to be charity work.
Yeah.
How much time can I get you on that ship for 40K?
40K.
Just straight up down payment of it right now. He
My
even
time-
pulls out his little like money card just to show that he's being serious.
My time can't be worth that much. You didn't even say you wanted me to do anything crazy.
We just need people to help man the ship. Whether that be helping with repairs, backing up from the engine room, that kind of shit.
That's it.
Basically.
Carrying shit. Taking care of stuff. Getting away from the old man for a bit.
Mm-hmm. I will say this would also include hazard pay because it is going to be dangerous. We are going to be going around the continent a lot.
You do not know how much I've wanted to leave this fucking bubble. I may not look like much. Before all this, I was a pretty decent fighter.
Really?
He says with muscles that are almost as big as your head.
I didn't know that.
Dude, look at your strength and then look at him. And then look at your strength and then look back at him.
He's like, I may not look like much. Yeah, bud?
You sure?
If Gilgamesh came, if it was Gilgamesh, yeah, you're right.
Yep.
I'm the one with noodle arms over here. I'm the one who can't do shit with his arms. Ugh.
With that money, I'll stay on there as long as I need to.
All right.
I'll stay on there until all this is over, and depending on how things are at home, maybe a bit longer. But if we find anything out there, I need a cut.
Of course.
I don't have a problem.
I'm pretty
then.
sure that would probably be the captain's whole deal. She wouldn't just keep everything for herself or for us. She'd probably split it among her crew. She seems that generous anyway.
Then I ain't got no problem with that.
All right. He'll pull out the little money device thing, and I assume I could just transfer it over, right?
Yep, you bring your little money card over to him, and you see he brings out a money card as well, and you just see like little circles, little some money just like trailing between the two of them.
Just an immediate down payment of 40,000 money.
You said 40,000 money.
You just paid 40,000 money, which is your rent back at home.
You say 40,000 money, and this guy's like, yeah.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
Money, hand it to me.
I'll do that thing you said. Yes.
To be fair, we're not. It's not like we're gonna go into fucking safe places. There's a real chance shit's getting shut
Oh yeah,
down.
definitely.
It's true. Hazard pay is real.
I like that he's like, wait, hold on. Why are you just paying me to do services? Like,
That's been his entire. That's been his
services.
entire thing, and I've been really wanting to make sure that is hit the home every single time. Every time you've had an encounter with this man, he's talked about needing and wanting money. The only
And
way
also,
you can convince him to join you for anything is if you offer him money. Also, here's a dragon radar.
I just like that he's in a world where essential workers don't get paid.
Believe me, I picked up on that. And I was like, fuck it, I don't know how much money it would actually be worth, but 40K is 40K.
I will put
And he knows that I'm good for money because I've obviously paid back for things that were owed.
Yep. And you've been the entire time one of the only people that has taken his side quite often. Everybody has. You guys have all been like, no, we should pay. But like, you have been very vocal about it from the beginning. He nods, at which point he seems to look back. I'll let him do whatever he wants to do then. And I'll go off and do this.
Good.
He's gonna probably throw a fit, so I'm gonna wait until later to tell him.
Probably for the best.
You might as well
Glad to have you on board.
You might as well go look through that sack. We found a lot of stuff.
Well, do I need to not let this jacket get any more damage than it already has?
He again looks through the cigarette that he has lit through to the ground, picked back up, and still have not taken a single drag from.
You just hold it for fun, like it's
He just needed something for his hands. He needed something for his hands and something to.
We could have got you a fidget spinner.
He needs something for his hand and something to. He wanted the ability to take a drag from it, like if he wanted to, you know.
He wanted the ability. He's not gonna.
He might.
He needed a babe,
he
dude.
still might. But you know, he
still might.
He's just like sitting there with it, you know. He's moving it around. Every now and then he smells a bit from it, and you see him kind of cringe a bit. But then he's like,
He smells it. He's not even puffing. It smells gross.
Go back inside.
Why do people fucking like this?
I don't know, dude. I've been.
You
can
step
get
in.
strawberry flavor and a nicotine addiction.
You step in, and as you take a few steps further, you just hear.
He just kind of laughs at that.
Then there's like a bit of a pause, and then there's another.
He's actually just gonna give someone nicotine addiction out of spite.
Oh, God.
You guys make your way back in. As you do, there has been a change, Hibiki, in the layout of the place here. As you look forward, several people have changed into things, including the most crazy of them being this. As you look forward,
Found a lot of belts.
as you look forward, and you see the fucking hero of the Cherished.
Oh my fucking God.
Oh my
Part of the art? I don't think I've seen the mask part. What the fuck?
Sorrel.
Oh my
A
God.
lot of belts. I found one for each of her colors for some reason.
Who's orange?
How?
Ooh, your
Sorrel.
color is
Oh.
orange.
Sorrel.
Huh.
You're the first one to make me ever feel underdressed.
I do believe I'm still
It's
not
a
wearing a
compliment.
shirt, which does not fix my initial problem.
Do you have more armor
I
on?
do
technically?
believe the cape is better at combating the elements.
You just hear it's like, I think that's a bit of a problem, and then you from over fucking here, you just hear the like, no, that's not a problem. Who needs a shirt? She says,
Oh, you're
completely
right.
brandishing her fucking abs everywhere.
The power of your strength and the will of your soul can keep you warm, mostly.
Exactly.
Because you do need a shirt, I found.
And
I love this.
Boop.
I love that mask. The mask is awesome. It reminds me of the fucking the foreteller not the fore the fucking the masters or whatever from fucking the Union Cross game, because they had all kinds of like animal mask things. That's awesome.
I don't know. I just saw it. I saw it in a costume shop, and I said, "That's very Zarel."
It is very blue. I do appreciate it.
Gilgamesh
Maybe I
has
could
like
go with
another
something
thing,
orange.
and he's just like, I'll try it on later, maybe.
I like
Don't
that
worry,
when
I
I
can
put
give him
on
a
the
little
mask,
fire
I
hat.
turn.
No worries. Here it comes. I'm gonna give him a little hat.
I like that when I put on the mask, I turn into a cartoon character.
And here's his second eye patch.
Oh no, Gilgamesh.
Now he's ready for everything.
Gilgamesh! Gilgamesh, you can't see!
So this is the power of blind sight.
Yeah. The raptor's
Tremors,
enemies
then.
will show him where to go.
I prefer this, actually.
We'll never know what Anthony thinks of it.
Yeah, I've been talking this whole time. My microphone disconnected itself.
No.
You
Yeah.
want to the second eye patch with a big hat?
No, it looks great, but no.
Well, what do
it
you
was just
want to
like digging-
wear?
Don't know yet. I'm still thinking on it, but goddamn, Zoe looks fucking
I
awesome.
can give you. Thank you. I can give you a bling amulet. Check this out. It's gonna be a big one, and it's going to say D. Dragon.
Sure, that's what people think of me. Definitely.
Perfect.
No,
That's
I have to think about it,
perfect.
but
E to the double G, dragon.
Like I said,
Oh, you're
like
right.
I said, the two of you can tell me
uh,
more things in a little bit, and also once we talk on it, you guys can either just send it to Phantom, or I can send it to Phantom. It does not matter. We'll talk more about it later.
Yeah.
It is already
see-
paid for.
okay.
It's already
You
been
can see
done. You have no choice.
you see Gilgamesh is digging through the stuff that Macho brought out, and he just looks and just says, "I didn't pick these clothes, Monkey did.
You
I
did-
have no idea about human fashion."
You just see like behind as they're just like going. They're just like going through like, this might work. This might work. This might work.
They all just look like fabric to me. I don't understand.
Every now and then they just pull something out and hold it up to you.
Oh,
That might
that
work.
big D means dragon.
God,
Everyone, look at Gilgamesh's big D.
I love how.
You need to
Take that
stop.
shade
I love how
off.
Hibiki also reaches in, grabs an eye patch.
I got a thick scar as well, apparently.
Yeah, he has a tattoo. Yeah, dude.
he's going through his villain arc.
No,
It's
it was a
henna
really
tattoo or
it was a really interesting clothing costume shop.
It does seem to have a lot of everything.
Look, it even had this spiky blonde wig that I can wear.
No worries. Hold on. Hold on. No worries. We're working on it. Say it's the realm, but really it's me.
I gotta pull him out.
Can't go too high, or it'll go past the image. But
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
do like.
You make it work.
Is that cultural appropriation? Ragnar comes in.
Ragnar's just like,
What the fuck?
is that the legendary Super Saiyan?
I'm just imagining Ragnar. None of
Close
the
the tail.
none of the
Can't
Saiyans
see
in
you.
his world ever got Super Saiyan, but they were still
Well,
more powerful than that.
I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before, but I've basically whenever I made Ragnar, I basically just made Ragnar as if he was like had traits of all of the major like early Saiyans in Dragon Ball.
Expect a lot.
Dude is like he's like Goku, but he didn't fucking forget everything. He has like some sort of like regality of Vegeta, but he's also got like the sort of just cockiness of Raditz.
Didn't have an unearned set of like level of cockiness. So,
For somebody who's from a Dragon Ball world, for a Saiyan that's from a Dragon Ball world that has not reached Super Saiyan, he's very cocky.
he is extremely cocky.
However, that also means that he did defeat the big evil of his universe without having Super Saiyan, so he might deserve it.
Didn't need it.
Yeah, he's a speedrunner, and we really hate him for that.
I just wished on the dragon to get rid of him.
He just got too many Zenkai boosts.
No, he has mentioned several times like I have used my wish several times. He's like, no, I heard there was I heard that evil emperor was around and I got rid of him.
See, I'm not that great at fighting, but I'm very good at finding hints and shit. So
I am
Great
the
dragon, can you
Mini
send his
dragon.
spaceship into the sun?
ew,
No,
and then he
not
throws it
show.
like a baseball.
Look at him. It's
Perfect.
fantastic.
That's
Perfect.
unbelievable. All right.
Even has a spiky
I like
wing
to
that I
think-
found.
He even found a shiny mustache out of it.
So amazing.
I believe
That was
this.
just
I
thinking
believe
about
this is
Looks
from.
like-
I believe this is from a show of some kind called Kappa Mikey. That's it.
Why did you had to say those words and remind me of it? You just had to remind me that was a
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, that's a way to
Thanks.
get reminded of it, right?
I appreciate it. Seriously, fuck you.
We just gotta one day if we do a second Kingdom Hearts campaign, one of the characters just has a completely different art style. They look like a cartoon character, like
From
Kappa
Kappa
Mikey.
Mikey.
One's Kappa Mikey RP.
They're just from Kappa Mikey.
Pretty funny.
That's almost like freaking. Just for some reason reminds me of Teen Titans, where everybody is like sort of halfway anime, but then all of a sudden Terra shows up and like literally is just like fucking like old timey like cartoon ragdolly. Like,
She looks like a fucking Powerpuff Girl, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
but yes, as you guys dig through things, and again, maybe you find things, maybe you don't, maybe you have to have them like resized because you're very tall and lanky and you're very robust.
Why?
So
He knows what he is.
You can call him fat. He's beautiful.
he is beautiful. He's very, very beautiful. He's got that
Take
big
off the
D.
big D
Oh,
off of
there's
you.
the big D's gone.
Take that big D off of you.
It really isn't going, but that's neither here nor there.
Do you want me to put it back in?
No.
Okay.
But you guys go
Uh.
through whenever you guys go to like do any sort of payment to Macho. He does seem to at that point like, oh, we found plenty of things actually, and it was because of all of you that we were even able to get there. So we'll call this one on the house.
Thank you.
No problem.
Would comment, but I'm currently drawing a cowboy hat. Give me a moment.
Okay, that makes sense.
They're like, I found it. I found it. I found the best thing. It's mine now.
It's on her head. She pokes holes through it because of her horns.
Oh, yeah.
It's perfect now.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Are you sure? Like, do you not want to get paid for it? Is that?
Oh,
And what-
we'll still have the rest of the stock to go through, and if you need anything else, of course you can pay us a moderate sum. I've already spoken to my son about it. He was
we have spoken about it. That's fair
See,
enough,
he
right?
was overjoyed.
You see, you see Gilgamesh, you
Okay,
just
I'll show
look
you
at
what they're talking
Macho.
about.
You see him look at Macho and then turn to Hibiki.
He just kind of
It
looks
took
away.
convincing. He says, gathering the rest of his stuff up and going back to the bar.
There's Samaki.
Hey, I won't say no to free stuff.
Because it's blender.
This is where nobody got their top hat and bow tie.
Beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. That's,
Beautiful. I want to see nobody dressed up like Kane from Digital Circus.
Eh.
Cephius, I
Right.
brought you this
Ugh.
thing. Here you go. Whatever this is, I brought it to you.
oh no.
Thank you. No, you'll look great. Believe me.
No worries.
This is awesome.
You'll
She gets 2 party hats.
fucking almost get halfway to her Homestuck troll. Anyway.
But yes, at this point, that does mean you guys have enlisted 2 people for the ship. You need 2 more. You have also wanted to come here to do some training, so if you needed to, you
Yeah.
could
They
go
wanna
and
train.
train with Booya and with Ragna for a few days, which would be about a day this time.
We we have any idea like who else we want to grab from here? Because I know that now we're two, right? We're two in.
Yeah.
I don't know what the 2005 means, but I have it.
Oh my fucking god! I'm gonna lose my mind. Discovering this technique was a fucking curse.
Oh no.
I'm so glad.
No, it's wonderful. Everything's wonderful, and I love it.
All right. The only two people I can think of in here that we know can do stuff would maybe Scout and Survey, but I've not spoken to them, so I'm not entirely. I don't remember entirely what their shtick is.
You guys don't know a ton about you guys don't know a ton from them. However, you guys do know, and this is something that you sort of piece together without them 100% telling you everything about, but you do know that they are technically similar to Whisper and others, where they were experiments from Hestus Boa, and probably know a lot about him.
We're gonna talk to him and we thought about it, but then other things happened.
Now we have even more to talk about.
We can always gather them up and we can all go in a circle and sing the Hestus Boa song.
That's the Boa song. It goes, "Fuck this guy."
It is completely up to you if you want to try to get anything out of them. They would have, for the most part, not grabbed anything from the bag. They seem very comfortable in their own stuff. That being said, you do find that while this has all happened and while things have gone on, a Survey did seem to grab like just what appears to be a band shirt.
Okay.
He seems to have just found a band shirt in there and just grabbed it, and you find that Scout was given a small trinket of whatever you guys decide is there.
This is amazing. We should have done this a lot sooner.
Other than that, though, they don't really seem to get much. They don't like go for like a big outfit or anything like that. They seem relatively set with their own stuff. From what you guys have seen of these two so far, they haven't really tried to get with anybody else. This is kind of the first time you guys have seen them outside of the Peace Takers compound.
It's true. We haven't really seen them outside of it a lot.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Peace Takers had moved out from where they were, and the main leader had gone back to the Peace Takers area, and it seems like they have been permitted to leave at this point. Because remember, a lot of people were just not allowed to leave for a while.
Yeah.
Should we reach the subject?
I think we should.
You want?
I'll get this fitted for you, Gil.
Okay.
I like to imagine that when she was speaking out things, she also kept saying, yeah, as she got probably the voice of the fucking planet also in her ear, telling her which ones to pick.
I do believe that might work, yes. You're correct. Yes.
I haven't said anything.
I'm not talking to you, Gil.
Just like thanks, just like.
That being said, it is up to you guys. Do you guys want to do your training first, or do you guys want to talk to people first?
I think since they're here, we should probably talk to Scout and Survey about Boa stuff.
Want to do it first, or we want to train for a couple of days first? Is the question, I think.
Hmm.
I mean, we may as well do it while everyone's here, right? You know?
True.
Yeah.
You guys want to approach them?
I agree.
Yes.
As the four of you, new stuff in hand or not, make their way over toward the two of them, you do find that it does seem as if Scout has moved over to be where Survey is, but has not really done much. What the fuck is that? Alan and the Shuts.
Oh my god.
Oh no. And just some
They don't let me do anything.
sunglasses. It's just like, yep. Sunglasses
Yep.
indoors, baby.
It was on this side. I was
Know what
confused
she
for a
likes.
second.
Sunglasses indoors, baby.
She knows what she likes.
Yeah, baby.
You would find that they seem to be essentially just sort of being off by themselves. They have their food in front of them, and as you guys approach, they do seem to not move or anything of the sort, but it seems like they seem to acknowledge you before you even fully get to them. Both of them seemingly somewhat twitching as from your arrival. The ears of Survey and the tails of Scout seeming to tell that there are people behind them. If you're looking for the glasses, I've already gave them away.
Glasses.
No, we're not here about
If
the
you want them, you
glasses.
can have them, but at the same time, they are good. I like them. You like them?
Those seem nice, I don't believe.
Yeah, I like your helmet.
They do look nice. Though I don't know how they work if you also have human ears. I guess that would make sense.
They just like look to you. You see one of them slide down their face slightly.
Ah. That's more horrifying. Anyway.
I don't think that they they would not have human ears. No.
Awesome.
That's so funny. He slides off. Cause yeah.
Because I don't think any of the Cherished I've mentioned having both ears. Like, no, like they would only have the
no.
one set.
Amazing.
Sliding off.
That is so funny.
Oh, I love a good bit.
If that's not it, then what is it?
We wanted to talk about Hestus Boa. Since y'all were experiments of his.
We brought you inside his lab already, but from what we understand,
that was one of them, yeah.
but from what we understand, you went to the other lab already too, right?
Yes.
Yes.
You even went to Whisper's place too, which, from what they said, is another lab.
Yes.
It does appear that
it's a lot of
he's fond of labs, yeah.
It's a lot of labs we didn't know about.
He just had us watching that one.
Any particular reason why? It didn't seem, out of all of the ones we've seen, didn't seem that important comparatively.
It was. He seems to turn towards you guys somewhat unique. The others, I'm sure you saw, involved other people.
The one that he had on the
Not
mountain
one,
had
did it?
several people working with it, from what we remember. The one that was down beneath the Cocklicot's manor most likely had them working on it. Never went to that one. And the one with Whisper, it seemed like they were just bringing things there, so I wouldn't really call it a lab as much as, well, isolation.
The one that we had inside the Peacetakers compound, well, first off, it wasn't fully in that compound before everything happened. The Peacetakers just sort of took over that entire area after everything went down. But it's one of the only ones that he felt fully isolated from. If we weren't there,
You wouldn't have been able to get in.
she lowers
that
she
so?
lowers the glasses just by touching them. They sort of slide halfway down her face as she does, as she looks over to use her help.
let me tie them around.
Oh, thank you.
Little twitch of ears.
Is that so? Was there no other way to enter besides? How would that be possible? Is it locked from the inside?
The main door was locked, if you all remember how you got in there before. We crawled through the window. That being said, how do I put it?
If you weren't drawn there by one of us, then you wouldn't have been able to even notice much about it.
Some kind of glamour over its labs.
Less a glamour and more of a perception thing.
It slips away from your awareness unless you're actively drawn to it.
Me and Survey, we are ones who were told to be around there. And as such, it's sort of connected to us. So whenever you saw me going in, well, you became more aware of it.
So because you were connected to it, when we saw you go in, that made it appear to us.
It was hard because I couldn't get any help.
She looks over to Survey.
But basically, I was able to figure out how to get in, but it was a lot easier if I had someone else do it. Because even though we were aware of it and we were told to watch it, we couldn't get in. We couldn't get past the lock.
Well, even you wouldn't be able to get in before, as we would remember. It was locked.
I don't know what her job is, but I was told to watch it. I was told to make sure that I was to take a census of whoever got close. Anyone who could see it, anyone who could try to open it, anyone who had the interest in it. I was told to, well, he motions to himself. Survey.
If we're following by names, right? Yours is Scout at that point.
Mm-hmm. I have a different role, but I don't think I've been able to really do much with it.
What were you supposed to do?
Well, I'm sure that that's changed now since the world's ended. But I'm supposed to find Cherish.
We'll learn to so many ourselves.
In particular,
Why?
my goal is to make sure that I find eggs. Because if I do, then I can make sure that they're not going to get harmed.
That much is important.
You know how precious Cherish eggs are. If any of them go down, then that's sort of the end of an entire lineage of someone. It's kind of the end of everything of them. So I'm supposed to go out and find other Cherish, find out anything I can about them, sort of make sure to take notice or take a knot of them. And if I find any eggs, I'm supposed to bring them back. Problem is, from what we saw inside the lab, I'm not entirely sure if that was a great idea or not.
Do you guys
It's
remember what the
definitely
lab
not.
was? Do you guys remember what the lab was
Yep.
like?
In that
Yup.
lab, I remember there were these little pods that were in there.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that they were being used to kind of put like the eggs in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's where these two came from.
Yep. If you remember much about it, it looked as if they were infusing the eggs or like making the eggs have more or less about them. There was
Marinating them.
What was that?
Marinating them.
Marinating them. It seemed as if the situation with the eggs there was about changing or influencing how they turned out, or changing or influencing how they were in some in general.
It does seem that every lab had its different function. That one would have been to change what the egg had in some sort of way.
We've thought about it since then.
You don't have to tell them.
But, I mean, come on.
We don't know if we're right before you say anything.
We're pretty sure we're right.
Well, theory is still worthwhile. Please, go
All
ahead.
right, so you're 100% right. Continue.
Exactly.
You were not helping.
We still don't remember much of ourselves. We still don't remember things, and from what we've talked to a couple of other Cherish about, they don't either. Which is odd, because you're supposed to. You're the same person, but you're different whenever you change, whenever you hatch again. Your entire personality will change, your abilities change, your animal changes, your appearance changes, anything can change. Your outward gender, your thoughts on certain subjects, your taste buds, anything. But you do keep memories to an extent. You remember them, you think on them. But we don't. We think
At all, or do you get big ones?
nah, bits and pieces occasionally, but nothing big, nothing enough. We think that we were made in there. We think that whatever happened inside that lab, one of the reasons we weren't allowed in it is because of that. It felt familiar.
I think Boa did something to you. Took your
That
memories.
idea seems disturbing. Not that there's anything. Sorry, that was rude.
As the world goes on, as the Cherish lower themselves in population, more, at least from what we understand, more mythical Cherish are brought into existence. The least our numbers are, the more likely we are to be stronger, or I guess have more specialness tied to us.
They motion over towards Survey.
The both of us were hatched at the same time. The both of us have the same sort of memory issues, and the both of us happen to be mythical Cherish. It seems, even though likely, not likely to happen at the same rate, you know?
I suppose it would be rare for both of you to hatch the same exact way like that.
Mm-hmm. If I was just a cat and he was just a bunny, or if one of us were different, that's its own thing. But we're both mythical Cherish who are missing memories, who have ties to that place, who felt the same thing, and who work for the same person, who happens to have labs that deal with things like that.
Like I said, we don't 100% know everything. But, like Muna says, we probably 100% know everything.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm respected.
Right.
To be clear here, you knew of his other labs. You know the kinds of experiments he did in them?
We don't know the details. We don't even know really the details that happened in our own lab. But
Then you're better off not knowing.
I was saying, I have seen Whisper's lab before, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen the lab up on top of the mountain. Back whenever it was more active, I was watching the cameras there. I was watching all the other employees that were there.
What horrors did you bear witness?
Enough. Especially knowing what we think right now. I believe that the one who made us what we are, I believe the lab that we found at the Peace Takers is a lot more influential than we all give it credit for. I think that the lab on top of the mountain, where he was performing experiments on animals and other things, I believe he used what he found there to make us, and then continued his research. Continued it until he was able to do what he did to Whisper.
You mean to imply that he might be doing it to others still?
I think from what she's told us, and from what we've learned talking to other people, like Booyah, she was infused with another being, another animal, potentially even another Cherish, from what we have thoughts of. You guys saw that Heartless that came out of them, right?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
They're not a dog.
No.
Whisper's a buffalo. They're not a dog.
Cepheus is the...
We think that he must have abandoned all the research facilities he had once he figured out how to do what he did. He doesn't need them anymore. I don't know if he has others out there. If he does, we don't know of them. But it explains why he just sort of left.
Guess he found what he wanted.
The ability to fuse Cherish.
The ability to change them. Like we said from the lab we found, it seemed to be able to change them or give them or take from them.
You said that the fewer of you there are, the stronger they become.
That's
I understand that correctly.
It's sort of a legend. I don't know if it's true. Again, I don't have a lot of memories of my past lives, but from what the legend says, whenever there's only a few of us left, we'll be our most powerful.
Is that why he keeps calling himself God? Is that his intention?
I have no
And
idea
are
why he
you
does
two-
that.
Are you too powerful?
We're mythical Cherish. That's something that is a step above. I wouldn't really consider us powerful, not like you guys, but we have abilities that other Cherish don't have.
I see.
Cherish.
It is impressive.
Cherish are given the abilities of the animals that they take form of. The both of us being mythical Cherish means we get stronger abilities of those mythical creatures.
And yet, does the creature feel right for you?
It's all I've ever known. It feels as right as anything else, but well, it makes me wonder what I was like before.
It's always possible in one of his labs he keeps some of the data. Could be something to look into.
It would have to be a lab I don't know anything about.
More than likely. I could imagine him not having other labs. Speaking of, since you said it was your job to survey people, from what you saw at the lab that you were at, because you saw people being there. I have a list of kind of descriptors. If anyone you could remember there reminds you of them, let us know.
If you're looking for people that work there, you're going to be pretty easily able to find them.
Easily, you say?
I can take you right to them.
They all still live.
No. They're in a grave outside the city.
Oh.
I should have done better than to get my hopes up with that.
I see.
He doesn't like bringing stuff like that up whenever I ask him if he's okay. But he's been pretty forward about information ever since, well, we found the lab.
I haven't given him any more information, or at least I hope I haven't.
Were there heartless there with these researchers? I think is the word.
I've never seen a heartless before all of this.
Looks to scout. You.
No, I don't think so.
And when did Boer make contact with the heartless?
I believe that even though we're his creations, he still kept a lot from us. Again, most likely why he didn't trust us to go into the lab, but had us watch it. Used Scout to help deliver him materials to Whisper, but didn't have them go deep into it. He didn't trust us, but we were essential to him. Keyword, were.
I was going to ask if you felt any compelling feelings to continue working with him.
I don't know how he gets the information that I give him, but I usually feel it whenever he does. The last time I had that feeling was after we broke into the lab. I think once he saw that I saw what I saw, he no longer needed me.
Well, it seems as Boer is deranged in certain ways more than I thought. Clearly, there's something deeply wrong with his magics. Or is it science? I can't tell the difference.
I don't know what's up with him. He didn't really ever feel off before, but maybe that's a part of it.
Suppose he masks it somehow. Cowardly. At least my brother Blood was up front with his madness.
He seemed quite adept at it from what we'd heard. Insane, at least a little.
It's most likely why he made us. Don't you think?
I'm not following.
He most likely made us because it's easier to use our powers if we don't have everything. It's better than going to another random Cherish and having them have lifetimes and lifetimes of information. Potentially having the experiences to say or understand more about, or at least just the idea of asking any kind of questions that are needed. It's a lot easier to get a couple of Cherish who know nothing to do your bidding than couple of them who have hundreds of years of lives behind them.
And that's why I'm happy you're talking to us. The worst you can do is not be united in this.
I feel like it was only a matter of time before we figured something out. But sucks it had to come at the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world.
I was sitting here finding it. I'm trying to comprehend a lot of stuff. As a being of death, I haven't thought this much about life. And if you ever, I know it's the end of the world, but if we save the world, then if you need to talk to someone about identity and all that, because your identity might be in shambles for all I know. I'm always here to talk. I know I can't give exacts, but I can at least give you a safe space to explore. I don't know. I'm still trying to comprehend all this. This science stuff is not really my forte, so I'm still comprehending.
If you have questions on that, then you should bring it up with her. Motions over to Scout.
Oh, So, like I said, we don't remember everything, but there are bits and pieces that we do remember. It's nothing really, though.
Is it nothing?
Worthwhile. What are you having to remember?
I might remember what I was before all this. I don't have a lot of memories of me from before, but I do know some things. I do remember bits of her. Not sure how much of it is gonna matter or how much of it I'll ever get back, but I do have some bits of it.
Which is more than I can say at the moment.
At least shoot with us, amuse us, even if it's just to dismiss it completely after, you know?
Well, I think I was still a mythical Cherished back then.
Okay.
They like
That's
wait.
cool.
They like
Saying
waiting
that
for.
it's-
They like waiting for you to ask more questions.
What kind of mythical cherish?
I think I was a dog. Crazy, right?
Brings up Tails.
Sort of mythical dog.
I think I might have been a hellhound.
Well, did you have 3 heads?
I don't know about that.
Oh. Muna looks down sad.
I mean, I could have. You never know.
Okay.
I have 2 tails now, so maybe I had 3 heads.
You don't have to get my hopes. You'd know if you were Cerberus.
When they do bring that up, it does bring up something to all of you. If you need me to remind you, I can.
Yes, please.
Yeah, was it a hellhound thing? Because I can't recall talking about hellhounds.
Whenever you guys defeated Whisper, you guys got a egg of a hound of some kind.
Oh,
That seemed very much like it was something that may or may not have fit that description.
Hound of the hellish variety.
it was just that usually gonna just stare, just think, and then his eyebrow raises slightly, like maybe we have run into something like that once.
A gag
Sounds
that
familiar.
progresses
You know,
the plot. Hooray!
Can't seem to scratch the itch exactly where.
Whisper.
I mean,
The
if
heartless.
it makes sense if she was infused with a dog cherish energy and you used to be one.
Yeah,
Kind of
but
seems.
I mean, it feels like it was more like, from what everybody says, more like what Siphius was, right? They're like a dog.
There's a difference between
That's that. Okay, so
dogs
we
and the
when we
other
defeated
kinds of
that
dogs.
heartless, it had an egg.
An egg?
Uh,
A new one.
Egg?
I don't have a baby because it was an egg. It was an egg. It wasn't. No, I don't have it. No.
Egg.
Gilgamesh gonna have to grab this thing by its collar.
You don't just go up
Gilgamesh, I
and
could've
call
done it, but
someone
it
an
felt
egg. They
impolite.
have to figure it out for themselves.
It's my job.
It is.
Which you shouldn't be doing anymore.
I mean, there's probably no harm in actually still looking for eggs and saving them, right?
There isn't. It's only helpful.
I don't want to say what I think of saying right now because it might hurt your feelings.
Well, you're fine.
We've already found a lot of eggs around the city and area.
They try to move over toward Hibiki, but Gilgamesh is still holding them.
They
You-
gyrate
that you-
towards you.
Egg. Egg. Egg.
He isn't letting go. You just
Honestly, I'm
there.
more surprised that you didn't go around and find them.
I've been stuck at the Peace Taker's place.
Mm.
Supposed to
That explains a lot.
hamper the whole going to find things.
Until recently, when that person came by, the one that opened up the gates, we've been stuck there.
Yes, it is a case where we have found several cherished eggs, and to find many heartless to get to some of them. But
We were actually about to
They're
go and get
safe
another
now.
egg.
where
You know where another one is?
I
So-
sort of feel one, but I'm not sure if it's exactly an egg or not. But it sure feels like a cherish.
unfurls map from pocket, holds it in front of Cat, where
Oh, they will.
he's still not letting go.
Still not letting go.
He's very talented.
He has two hands.
Making sure that I am
One
correct.
for
on
holding
this.
and one for mapping.
Yes.
Exactly.
We were going to be making our way over.
Bloop. Let's make it pink for them.
Over
Pink for
here.
Scout. Oh, god damn it.
Boop, boop, boop. Boop, boop. Bloop.
Is that not
Really?
where?
It has a similar place to the place over at the Peace Takers. And I think
Right,
I think
no.
that's why I felt it. Because I was trying to go there.
And you got in trouble and nearly burned alive.
They wouldn't have burnt me alive.
At
Would've
least
di-
it was nearly.
What was that?
At least it was nearly.
Yeah.
Is that not where Arkin wishes to go?
It's very close. The part where they wanted to check was somewhere around this area, and that's very close indeed.
We need to land the ship somewhere.
From what we know, that place has a underground area similar to the area around the Peace Takers, where that weird flame was coming up from.
Right.
We still have no idea what's exactly down there, but whenever this one tried to sneak in, they barely got out of it. But when they came back to me, they said they felt a cherish egg. And I'm like, oh, under there? And they're like, no, across the fucking sea.
Well, it does just so happen that we have an airship that needs help being manned. In fact, we only need 2 more people.
You would note that if they did do that, then they would not be the ones to be able to, they would not be leaving the airship.
Yeah, I know.
So that would most likely have to be something to be brought up to them.
Yeah.
We need 2 more heads, but if it is you 2, then you won't necessarily be able to help us find the egg legit. So we must keep looking. But he puts the map away and lets go of the cat.
What all do you need?
Just people to... What did the captain say again?
The captain needed someone to take care of the sails, which you guys have found. They needed somebody who could make their way back and forth from the engine to the top of the ship, basically, running errands. They need somebody to be able to move about a bunch of the heavy cargo and mess about with the heavy tasks on the ship, which you're decently sure you're going to have Bosco do. And they need someone to help drive / sail the ship. Basically, somebody to be at the wheel whenever the captain is not.
Of which I think we know someone who could help us find people who could potentially fill out those roles, but with their ability to survey people.
Currently, at that point, you guys would need to find somebody who is going to go back and forth from the bottom of the ship to the top of the ship, basically taking inventory / telling people things to do, or you need somebody who's going to help drive / sail the ship.
You need someone who can, what's the word? Quickly move about the ship with logistics. And someone who can steer it.
Both of those are things that we can do, but
I think I'd rather one of us be looking for the eggs.
Exactly. Preferably both with your skills, but he looks to survey.
if you need someone to be able to sail the ship, I can probably do it. My eyes are my strong suit, as well as the rest of my senses.
And if you need someone to be moving around quick, that's me.
The thing is, I was more under the impression of a different use of your skills. Would you be able to aid us in finding capable individuals for these tasks that aren't you two? After all, we need your help to find the eggs.
They look to each other and they look back to you. You want me to look at people?
Is that not one of your specialties?
Anyone can look at people.
Well, anyone can, but not everyone will.
He seems to look sort of confused at the four of you. Seems like a waste of what I can do, but sure.
I mean, if you're willing to pilot the ship, we just need one other person if she doesn't.
Like we just said, we'd like at least one of us to be looking for the eggs. So if you want, I could look for the eggs and they could move about the ship for you. Or she could look for the eggs and I could pilot for you.
She seems really desperate to want to look for eggs.
It doesn't matter. I could do either. I could do either one of them.
You see that they are still trying to get out of the grip to go to either Zarel or Hibiki.
You do seem pretty insistent. You're really waggling. That's
So far, though, it seems like finding a pilot for the ship would be the hardest thing of everything. So if you can do that, that's actually great.
Like I said, looking at things is my specialty. You guys did want me to check on people, but honestly, people watching isn't the best use of my ability. Just because I do survey things, it doesn't mean that I can see anything differently than other people. I don't see into their talents or anything like that. I just have a good memory for things. That being said,
I misunderstood your abilities then. I apologize.
That being said, I do have good eyesight. I have great hearing. I have great other senses as well. I also generally understand most of my instincts to an extent. He motions up to his antlers And anything that I don't feel that I'm extremely confident in, I do think that my abilities make up for. I'm sort of a jack of all trades in that kind of respect.
Oh my god, you didn't.
Did what?
He just did.
What did he do?
He's a
Did something
jackalope.
happen?
Yep.
I don't know.
Oh, that's clever. That's
I
clever.
won't do it again. It didn't land.
His expression remains unchanged. He still doesn't
it's
understand.
alright. It was just, he's still
Listen.
thinking about it.
He's like,
He got his work out of
it didn't
PvP.
land. I don't think I'm gonna do it again.
He got a smirk out of
You have
PvP
to
from it. That's
Understand
enough.
how we're from different worlds.
No, it's fine.
I don't know what a jackalope is.
I wouldn't worry about it.
If it makes you feel any better, I was disappointed. That's a good emotion to get from it, right?
No.
Nekomata, you talking about?
All right, now that one was just too far.
Could be like, what's the
Look, my name's
Nekomata
too
with
long.
you?
My name's too long. I can't just.
You can say, what's the Nekomata with you?
What's the Nekomata? See, that one works. Yeah, I can do that.
If you need me to pilot the ship, I can pilot the ship.
Yes,
Thank
we
you.
do.
It's very kind of you.
I thought we already established that.
Always need someone who can move quite fast, which that's an easier trait to discern from this group of people.
Someone who can move quickly back and forth from the bottom of the ship to the top, delivering any sort of information or any sort of things to the people about. I don't know. I mean, a lot of people here could do that.
My brain cell's just reconnected, and I realized the perfect person to do it.
I'm glad that we're both
Yeah.
like touching each other's fingers here. You do. Well, let me
I like
just
how
Sure,
you-
this girl can
Yeah.
clone herself.
I like
I
how.
was just
So
saying here, like,
listen,
literally, no matter what we choose, we have the other person. If we choose
Yeah.
survey to drive, there's a very fast, beautiful monkey princess right here. If we need someone, we have someone to sail. We can have the unholy Riku Susie crash the ship. Like it was fine the whole time.
I like how
I'm
like
gonna
the idea
pilot
of
this
Zarel
ship
and
like
EBT.
it's. I'm gonna pilot this ship like it's Crash Town.
No,
I like-
Are
no.
So
Are you making midair sparks from drifting like Mario Kart? What the fuck?
I like the idea of Zarel and Hibiki looking at Artemis, and Gilgamesh just thinks and just looks over to nobody.
Nobody. Nobody
Never
can.
take the bartender. He seems so happy to be here.
He has been doing little happy dances as he's been going along, and Macho has been clapping for him.
So seemed to be his happy place.
Man, I sure just had a dark thought.
Yeah.
If you have all of these Cherished on board, we're sure gonna be protected from Estes Boa attacking us. You won't want to hurt and kill potentially the Cherished.
Yeah.
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 Destroying the ship and turning them all into eggs wouldn't be easier or anything.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And like, what's the thing that they call it, like team comp? We have like, just put every single Cherished in a ship that can be easily shot down. I'm not regretting this decision. I just think it's hilarious.
You know, I don't know why, but I feel like we just put every egg in one basket.
I loved baskets. I
It's a
wish I
very
could
nice
put every
basket.
egg
Help
in
me
them.
count my eggs before
It's
they
very
hatch.
It's a
Both the-
very nice, very floaty basket. We like it.
Well, listen, they all can fit in the square hole. This Cherished can fit right here in the square hole.
So there's no way it could be shot down because we will be defending.
Exactly.
I thought Cesar's goal will do nothing but fail.
How could it possibly be? How could it possibly be any way unsafe when it's still within Siphius's range?
It's true.
Exactly.
Literally, they send a missile and fucking Siphius just brings out the sword
You
and just
just see
lashes it in half.
You see like a fucking missile flying toward the ship, and then you just see like flying through the air a Buster Sword slicing it in half.
Oh.
Oh.
Good dog.
Just coming from fucking hundreds of leagues below.
In your time of need.
I can do that at least once for you, because I don't have another Buster Sword.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jesus
The
Christ.
second missile will explode.
instead of a Buster Sword flying at you, you just see.
I mean, I feel like she'd be like,
another Night Fury.
I don't think she'd be doing that. She'd be like,
Oh, she'd be
"Fuck
happy
yes,"
about it.
the entire time.
She'd be
Yeah,
happy
she'd be
about
like,
it. But yep, at this point, you guys could either ask the Artemis to go about and potentially do that, or you guys could go ask Suku.
You know, I actually didn't ask anyone. I just talked about stories.
It's fine,
Oh,
Moon. I know you're
Optimus.
still drunk.
I've been doing quite admirably for what you had been eating before. It looked quite gross. There you go.
We'll wait here for whenever you have a decision.
We'll inform you as soon as we have it.
I think Optimus can help us.
You still have to convince them.
Well, yes.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, technically, there's still a chance that that they say no, and then you have to
Could
go
still
with the
say
other.
no. They could be
And
like,
what was
fuck
the
all of
position
you.
you were giving Artemis again? Sorry.
Do you guys want to make your way over?
Yeah, let's make her over.
Go
Not
on.
just divide. We can all go together. Together we conquer.
Come on. Hello, I'm back.
You see Artemis at this point has their head on the table. They have ingested as much ramen sake as they possibly could, which is in fact several bowls of it. You find that
That's a nice ribbon, by the way.
Yeah, I found it, and yeah, it's really nice.
you also
You're
find that there
right.
is a Suzaru that still, while they are very like not emotive much at all, they are still wearing their 2005 glasses and giving them pats on the back.
Okay, so I
what
have a
you
confession.
doing? What do you need?
I have a confession
You want
to
me to
make.
dance
Alf.
again?
After. Okay. I have a confession to make.
I was gonna
I
keep
wasn't
dancing,
just-
but my last one that I made go and dance threw up and exploded.
Oh no.
I wonder if I throw up if I'll explode.
You better
Scary.
not. I
Have
think
to
you will
admit that fun
explode
is
from your
scary.
stomach.
Am I a clone?
I think there's only you left, so
Wow. If only there was some way to know if I was the clone.
We'll never know.
I'll never know.
Well, you
Close
haven't
couldn't
thrown up
touch
and
'em, right?
exploded.
They would turn into
Never know.
a poker.
So, Gilgan. Yeah. Let's just fall over.
Don't seem to have exploded.
I guess we know now.
Cool. Now that we know, Gilgamesh just wordlessly puts on Protect Shield, which removes all basic status effects.
Inebriate yourself.
Another one! I feel ready to
Make it
spend more
two.
money and get more ramen.
That,
Oh, but okay. Right, talk,
can't be
talk.
healthy.
Right.
We need your help, Artemis.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say. We need your help.
Why?
Because we have acquired an airship, and we need people that can help stand the airship against the winds.
I mean, we actually needed her to be able to go around and relay orders and such. You're very fast,
In
and you
the
have those clones that are very
sky.
useful.
Defying the... okay, not defying the gods. I was going to use that poetic language, but that's mean. I don't want
taking
to
the
use
airship.
the gods.
We'll be taking the airship into extremely dangerous places filled with heartless and other unknown horrors.
No.
In the sky.
You see,
Would you like to come with?
you see Suzaru, as you say that, puts their hand on the ground and takes off their glasses. They put their hand on the table.
Yeah, sorry, hold on. Let me go ahead and draw this on her hand instead of being
No.
No?
You will not be putting her in danger.
Oh, we tried. I'm kidding. Okay.
Like to come with?
That doesn't solve anything.
It doesn't.
She will still be in danger. I've already proven that I cannot stop her from being in danger with my presence. Don't be like that. If I could stop her from being in danger, then I wouldn't have needed any of you. Correct?
Ship we will be on. Yes. Potentially. But there's always a threat of danger in this world as it is.
Which means that someone like her should be as safe as she should be. I need to take her back to her father's place, so she can take back over the entirety of the temple that is there.
Is that temple shielded by
sure?
them? Oh,
After protecting her, you're just going to shelter her.
Yes.
It doesn't
have to
seem...
appreciate the honesty.
That doesn't sound very
doesn't
fun.
seem right.
Hmm.
No, it doesn't seem right. Yes, it's good to protect them, but everyone should be allowed to explore the world and wait until they're ready to root to...
Not when the world is
take
trying
risk.
to actively kill you. Not when the
It's always
world has
actively-
literal shadows that rise up from wherever they wish to try to eat you. Not when the world goes against people like her to kill them so that they can destroy their eggs. I mean, that doesn't usually happen.
So what? Are you saying we should put Zarel with her and maybe get others with her? Just have a nice little cozy dome to just sit in.
Honestly, yes. I believe that until the
Yes.
danger is taken care of, all of the Cherished should be the top priority to protect.
And you don't think a stationary target is worse than one on the move?
You do have a point in that regard.
It is also powered by light, so most of these dark creatures wouldn't be able to get close to it.
It currently isn't. I'll give you that, though.
It's going to be.
I'm just letting you know
I'll
that
be
that is
clear.
technically a lie.
I'm going to be very clear to her about this.
Okay.
It is a ship powered by a light engine, which once we can get it fully repaired, we'll be able to repel darkness.
even its cannons will be able to slaughter the Heartless.
Hear that, Suzu? They have cannons. What's better protected than cannons?
Because whether we're arguing about this, Artemis, do you want to?
Oh, I don't mind. Whatever Suzu says.
Oh my god.
I don't know what you were expecting from that.
I mean, to be fair,
it
whenever I
shows-
first went and got you guys to come and help me, it was mainly just because I was kind of tired of being in the same place over and over again, and I was also sort of tired of maybe going to be marrying that guy who I was pretty sure killed my dad. So like a lot of it was like really, really bumming me out a whole bunch, you know?
Suppose that's
Comparison to
understandable.
anything is better, I suppose.
So I don't mind going on somewhere that's going to be moving around and going place to place and things like that. And I don't mind helping out if I can. But I also kind of get what Suzu's saying about taking back the temple, because honestly, there's a bunch of stuff there that we probably shouldn't just let the nobles up there go and collect and take.
Deco,
what
remind
if we
me,
bring-
where did they say the temple was again?
Up on the upper district, you guys know that the White Lion, the White Lion King temple is off in because you guys passed it whenever you guys were going to your other stuff. It would have been somewhere around here-ish,
We passed by
because
near
over
that
here because
place.
over here is over here was Soda Lights.
Right. Been near there not too long ago. And with the power of flight, it's even easier to get back.
When it comes to the White Lion's temple, there are wards that are placed around it to repel normal things. That being said, I doubt that that is going to be too much for anyone who needs to collect from that place, especially if those nobles are as scared as the rest of us who are down here in the city. We don't even know at that point if they have gotten there yet. Though, from what she's told me, hi, it should be relatively noticeable if they break their way through. Yeah.
Will explode.
I'm not gonna explode or anything, but there's gonna be a really loud noise that like shakes everything.
Oh.
So
My
that's,
dad was pretty important.
It seems so. Yes.
He was the one that repaired the guy.
Your father fixed that guardian that fought the chaos side.
Oh yeah. The Great Protector guy. He lived right next door.
Do you know how to repair the guardian?
Repair him? I mean, it's probably pretty simple. I saw him do it a couple times. Yeah, he just lives in the he just lives in the water at the base of the waterfall behind our temple.
Don't just looks at the group. Just
On the map, that would be here.
yeah,
Ah, there.
yeah.
Dude,
much
for
looks to be-
lack of better words, Zarel is pogging.
Corral
Nice.
is hogging,
What?
Your Honor.
It's like you know that people have been looking for that, right, Artemis?
What?
What?
People have been looking
Every-
for the Great Protector.
No one ever mentioned it to me.
You've been locked inside of
they
a
were-
bad
they
Oh my
ship
God,
for-
were,
Nobody would have known you knew anything about it.
Well, I technically don't know anything about it. My dad knows a lot about it.
Is the information about this guardian in that temple?
Maybe there's like a thing there that he usually goes and brings over to it whenever the Great Protector's all low on juice, you know?
A power source.
Uh-huh. He collected a whole bunch of like rocks that like have like special powers and stuff.
But you can always describe as the dimension shapes of the fucking lighthouse crystals we've been using.
Bigger.
Tell me everything. I will do things to you. Terrible things.
Lighthouse crystals?
Crystals. About yay long, yay wide.
I don't know anything about a lighthouse crystal. He only ever told me about the lighthouse beacon that he has.
Yep. Of course, the lighthouse beacon that we all have.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that powers the big roar. Yeah, he has a big roar there. So if anybody gets in there to try to get it, it roars at him really loud and continuously and sort of hurts him a lot.
Father was a scary man.
Ah, yeah, he's pretty cool.
Looks between Artemis and
He'll be pretty
Suzu
cool again,
and
it's
everyone
fine.
else here. Just we must go to the temple.
If you are able to guarantee her safety, and I am with her after we have made our way to the temple, then perhaps we will stay on your ship.
Light detour means nothing when we can traverse the world. Yes, we can. I have no qualms with this.
We'd have to find someone else at this point because we do have a list of an order of things to get to at this point.
Yes. But we could, in theory, deal with multiple things in one go. At least if we head north. Potentially, at least. Is it always as difficult to find a crew for a vessel?
Seems difficult, but it does feel rewarding in some sort of way.
Well, we will have to make arrangements in time. There are still some more things you must take care of here in Ragnar. But
Then we will be around the library whenever you decide to make your way to the temple then.
it will not be a long
We
wait.
can go talk to the book!
He's less a bookman.
I like talking to the book.
Maybe
He's
he
very
will
Very
turn.
nice. I do like them.
The last time I talked to the book, he started talking to me like as a guy, and then I told him to flap the book instead, and he did it for me. He's really nice.
It does seem that he can go into the book form.
From what she's describing, he literally was like looking to her and just opening and flapping the book as he spoke.
Oh my god, he literally grabbed the book and he's very funny. He's a very funny man.
I love him. I love our weird dad.
I'm glad he didn't turn around and genocide us or anything.
It would have been great, yeah. I mean, no, that'd have been terrible. Would have been terrible.
with that last beacon, we can finally free him.
Oh yeah?
Potentially,
We should
yeah.
be able to with that last one.
Ah, that's really
Hopefully,
cool.
anyway.
You have been insurmountable in our quest here.
Yeah, I wish I would have told you guys this stuff earlier. It's pretty simple to go and get.
I also wish that.
Well, at least we know now, and that is the important part.
I don't know why
Could've
no
done
one
this
ever
already,
told me
business.
about these things beforehand.
Believed you were trapped in a room with a man who wanted to marry you and potentially kill you and kill your father.
Yeah, he did some of those things.
Actually, did you meet other people while you were there? That came by randomly?
Other people?
Like a dark elf woman or anything?
A lot of the time I was just sending my hair down.
Understood. You know, she knows things, man, so shot in the dark.
It's like a lot
a
of
very credible witness. but-
whenever they were talking to you guys before, they were literally like, "Yeah, I've
Also
never
just,
actually been down there. I just send my hair down there so nothing weird happens."
Exactly. Well, thank you for your help now.
No problem. Hopefully when we get there, it doesn't like go crazy on us and hurt us and stuff.
It
I
is,
hope
but
so,
we
too.
but we will deal with that when it comes.
It just seemed that it might just do it.
The last time I saw somebody go up against it, their ear started bleeding and they had to go to the hospital.
That
You
happened
know how
by
to tr-
accident, or they were?
Oh, they were trying to steal from us. It was funny.
Now that does sound like my brother.
That was before the last time I died, though.
Right, you have lots of memories.
Well, a lot of them.
Do you not recall everything? Is that not what Cherished normally do?
Oh, yeah. That's why Dad was so, like, kind of protective of me. I don't really remember a lot of things. I remember some stuff, though. Like, I remember that guy coming in, and I remember his ears bleeding, and he had to go to the hospital. It was crazy. And then I died.
Yeah,
Oh, so that's all you remember?
Yeah, I think somebody else came in with him.
Oh.
What kind of guy was he?
Oh, which one?
Anything? I guess the one you probably would have seen more of, the guy that had the bleeding ears.
Oh, bleeding ears guy?
Yeah.
Let's see here. He was kind of like a weird dude. He kind of like floated a bit, like he was off the ground floaty, you know? He was in like this dark cloak.
black.
Kinda, yeah. And when he came in, he was all like super like intimidating, and then the roar happened and he fell over and started crying.
Did he have a hood up?
Oh
Or
yeah.
was it a biff?
He came out of like the shadows and the darkness.
You're not the first person to describe something like that to us.
What about the other one?
Oh, the one that killed me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll for them. Gonna see if they
Yeah,
remember.
Some-
Gonna see if they remember much about the person that murdered them.
What do I need to
Oh.
do to give her like a
Man,
+7
I
to
get
this?
that.
How many fake cards do you want me to burn to give her like a huge advantage on that?
They rolled a 5. Does anybody have anything they want to try to do to this roll?
I've completely forgotten what these do. These swirlies. I don't
Oh, you
remember
see,
what these
those are your special guidance tokens for special things.
Cool. Can I make one an auto success for an NPC?
Do you want to invoke one of your special guidance tokens?
You do it. Yay.
I mean, I don't like how you
Do
ask me
it,
questions.
Do it.
Do you want?
But
do you-
yes.
Do you want to invoke the powers of one of your special guidance tokens?
Yeah, sure.
Neat.
What episode is this? I decided to actually poke one of these.
Episode 5.
Episode too many.
Episode 2 men.
You
I like both
find-
answers.
You find that they seem to be thinking on things, Gilgamesh, and as they do, you look over to them and you start to feel that something is off. As they look like they start to try to remember, they have their fingers at their temples and they're rubbing them around back and forth. And again, the conversation you had earlier with Survey and Scout come to mind. It shouldn't be this hard to remember their previous lives. It shouldn't be that hard at all to remember things like that. But most of the Cherished you've met don't seem to remember. You guys haven't really asked Siphius or Whisper about it, but when it came down to it, both Scout and Survey seemingly Artemis, and at this point as well, Zarel, don't have a lot of memories of things from that happened before. You look over to them, and as you do, you
Oh, thanks for moving. I said the same thing.
you sort of feel something about them, something difficult to grab, like something difficult to grasp. You bring your hand over in their direction as you do feel an instinctual pull toward them. As you bring your hand up to them, your thoughts flash again to what you talked to Booyah about not being afraid to use that darkness inside of you. That it's yours to control. As you do this, I would like you to please roll me for your magic.
I'm using the dark dice.
Gilly boy.
Am I using dark dice on this?
You can
or-
use whatever dice you want to use.
Do I keep stacking the deck of many things in my
It'd be fun.
disadvantage?
Do it. Do it.
First
never,
roll of
never
the game.
surrender.
Yeah, hold on. I need to double check something.
It's a very explainy game today.
That's a chill.
Hey, it's
chill.
been
We were
learning
gonna.
things sometimes.
Sometimes
Yeah,
you just need those kinds of chill talky games.
We haven't got to talk to Scout and Survey or to Artemis in such a long time that I am fully chill
remember.
with
I love. Remember how to give myself more guide, like normal, not whatever the fuck this is guidance. I think I have to give up fate cards.
this. If you get rid of a karma card, I will give you 4 guidance.
Yeah.
That being said, you do have 5 inspiration.
Oh,
Just start rolling.
okay. These are
At
still
that point,
broken
it's
for my
crit vision.
face. So, yeah, these are all still broken for me, by the way.
You can't see this
This
one
is
either. Oh damn! Hold on. Don't roll it.
Yep.
Get it away.
Don't roll. Bring in a new one.
Get it away.
Okay, I did.
Da-da-da-da. Search.
I have to kick open the stream and be like, hold on, I gotta just wait a few seconds.
1
See.
second.
It's
I
so
like
weird
I
that
like
some
this
people
I like
can,
this one
some people
best, so
can't.
I'm gonna use this one.
I'm mortified at whatever the fuck it is. Oh, it's this one. Okay.
Hold on, it's not ready yet.
Oh.
Okay, fine.
We'll move this one out of the way as soon as we can.
Yeah.
But it's currently considered a table, so I can't move it out of the way yet.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
So we'll
such a
lock
slime.
that, and then we will,
Olivia.
and then we'll do this with it. There you go.
Ah. Schmancy. All right.
And then just bring it up to the top.
Let's see. Roll one of what? 6. That's a 4.
That's
So,
so funny that there's no box for this thing.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Roll me 6 more times.
Oh,
It's a 15.
15. Yeah, thing of don't fear the dark. It's like I never said I was afraid. Fuck you. I'll show you.
Me when I'm a little afraid.
It's the 4th roll.
Ooh. That's fun.
5th roll.
Ooh.
6th roll. And one final roll, please.
Let's see. Can I get higher than 17? Doesn't look like it.
That is a
17 pretty high.
that is a dirty 20 on your side,
Oh.
because this is your magic.
Oh.
As you bring yourself over to them, you try to grasp at some of that magic that you have within you, that you know that you are capable of. You start trying to weave your way through these strange feelings of those creatures you know that are deep inside of you. But they're not who you're trying to get. They're not the power you're willing to wield. You're wanting to use your magic.
Yeah.
You bring your hand
My magic.
over to their head. You find as you place your hand on their head, which again, your hand is rather large.
Yes.
Big fucking hand.
You place it on top of their head, and for a moment, you see a look from them as maybe a bit of a shock, but something flashes through your head, Gilgamesh, as they seem to remember for a moment the large body and hand of a very old-looking man. You see the person that they have the flash of memory of, a very kind-looking lion of a man. The hair about him, pearlescent white silver. A look of relief over his face as he's looking down toward an Artemis that seems to have just came out of their egg. A hug going from there. And as Artemis thinks back to that, a calm seems to go over them. They close their eyes. And as they do, I remember a man with... I remember him when he struck me. He struck me in the back with some sort of weapon or ability, and I felt sick. I felt drained, like I was gonna die. It took days. It took days for me to die. Some kind of poison or disease, and the whole time Dad was watching me. That's whenever a man came by and said that he could cure me, that he could get me back. It was a man from the Great Tree. As she seems to think for a second, Gilgamesh, with your hand still on their head, you see them. You see a flash in her mind of Hestus Boa. That man said he could save me, but he didn't. I died. And according to Dad, he didn't get me back for a long time. I think a year or so. I don't know about the person that got me, but that man, I remember him.
Hey, Deco.
What's up?
The poison that Hestus Boa used on Hibiki. How did that feel?
Dude, okay, I'm gonna just say it. An hour ago, I sent to Lily an image of Joey delayed reaction.jpg, and just kind of left it at that. I'm glad that I get to just post that, but augmented by X Thunder again.
Yeah.
They seem to be describing a very familiar sensation that you had, Hibiki. One where you felt extremely exhausted and very much drained of your ability, and if it weren't for the abilities that you were able to show in return, the ability to not only transform and remove any sort of problems with you, but also the ability of going and being with your allies who are able to cure you of any lingering parts of that could have killed you.
Unfortunately, Artemis, it sounds like the person that killed you and brought you back was the same fucking man. He used that same poison on me.
Oh,
But I
that
have
sucks.
abilities and friends who were able to help me before it could kill me.
Hmm.
Hearing all that, I should have known immediately that he was involved. The fact that you don't have your memories seems to be a key thing for his experiments.
Oh yeah. Hmm. Is there anything else I can try to remember for you?
All I could think is if you could remember if there were any other individuals that came to mind.
Not aside from the man that I saw bleeding his ears.
What kind of ears did he have?
Like mine, like these ears, like your ears.
Like those ears?
Yeah.
Anything else? Robotic parts? Anything at all?
I don't think so, no. He was floating.
He was floating.
Yeah.
Did he say anything?
He came in and was saying some threatening things and was super boisterous and very much oh, you're here to fucking steal some shit or some crazy stuff. And we were both looking over there who the heck's this guy? And I was about to burn him to death, but then he touched the thing and everything howled, and then his eyes bleeded. Or his ears bleeded.
Have a weapon?
He was just floating.
He had legs.
Yeah, he was just floating.
He was just floating.
Yeah.
Noted. He hasn't taken his hand off her head yet.
You would have had a
And it
flash of what you could see, a man in a dark cloak who just seemed to have with what small amount of features you could see, a wide smile on his face, just sort of almost I don't know if you remember Aragorn from Fairy Tale, where he would just float with his legs crossed and going forward.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like that, where he's just floating, his legs crossed, and just being a cocky asshole.
Do I? So I'm getting flashes of memory, right?
Yeah.
Can I? I don't really know how to put this. We know that Gilgamesh has weird perception senses, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how this darkness shit works, but can I try to perceive this memory through those other senses, as if I am there in that room? Smells, sounds, other things like that. Is that a thing? I don't really know what I'm doing here.
Can I sniff sense?
I'm trying to think if there'd be anything that you would feel or get from that.
I'm just spitballing here. I'm trying to figure that out too, brother.
Well, no, I'm yeah, well, you could probably definitely do that. I just need to know. I'm just trying to be is there any reason to?
Is there
that I
anything
give you-
specifically that you would know? Yeah.
Yeah, this man
Okay.
probably doesn't smell anything, you know.
He smells like cheese.
I don't think
So,
so. I don't think you would have. I don't think you would get much else from it.
Cross-legged, loud, big mouth. All right, got it written down.
There
Alright, cool. I
is
just wanted to check, 'cause I got-
potentially other things that you could ask her about the scene, but she doesn't seem to be able to tell you much else about the two people. You saw one of them clearly as Hestaspoa. Hibiki seems to think that the one that killed them was probably the same person, and the other guy is just a floaty dude, little floaty guy.
Some guy.
Here's
Understood.
Odie Man who got fucked up by sound.
got
Yeah.
fucked up by big lion roar and fell over and grabbed his ears. Like, "Ah!"
Like a
Let's see.
bitch.
I mean, he was distracting enough, I guess.
He did his job.
This room, this treasury, or whatever it was supposed to be. You know how to deactivate it?
I could probably go deep in there without it doing anything to me. I don't know how it's gonna react to other people.
Suppose we'll have to deal with it as it comes. Apologies, I saw things in your memories there.
No, you're fine. How do I put it? Your hands remind me of his. So it's fine. He had really big hands too, like your big ol' hands.
I noticed. Perhaps he and I would have been amicable.
You'll know whenever he hatches again. It looked like it looked like with his egg that he seemed to still show the same kind of traits, so oddly enough, he might just come right back.
It did still look like some sort of white lion.
Which again, that's kind of, that's odd. It doesn't usually
Certainly
happen.
odd.
I'm sure it happened before, but like it's still kind of odd.
I mean, was your previous life the same as you are now?
Oh, no. I was way different.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was a bird.
That is very different.
Yeah. I was a bird,
That
and
is-
I was gonna burn those guys up real good.
Ooh. So fire.
Yeah, I was gonna burn them to a
Wait,
crisp.
You were also a mythical cherished before?
Mm-hmm.
No wonder Bull was there. The more we talk to these Cherished, the more I realize
You were
we should have tried harder to kill him.
a mythical cherished that was a bird with fire powers.
Mm-hmm.
That's an interesting combination of things.
You want to know what it was?
Yes.
No, you guess.
All that I could think of.
Want to say it at the
two
same time?
things off the top. Sure.
Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. Cockatrice.
Phoenix. Ah.
A phoenix? That would have been interesting. I don't know if I would have
That
been able to
would've been
die if I was a phoenix.
That is why I was curious, yes.
Nah, I was a fire-breathing chicken.
That does sound like fun.
It was great. I really like how I am now, though, too.
That's good.
I can't pretend to understand what it's like to have multiple lives, but I can understand that feeling at least.
I was a lot,
In a way.
I think I was a lot, more, from what I remember,
Violence.
from what I remember of like everything, I was a lot more kind of like Suzaru back then. Yeah, I was a lot more like stony and angy. Is that so? I guess that is me. Yeah, maybe that's why I like being around you.
That is a compliment, right?
I'll take it as one at least.
Let's go do things in a positive stride. also, I'm not mentioning it, but wherever fucking Zarel's hand was on this table, there's just a fucking indentation now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just don't worry about it.
Man, I wonder what happened, Zarel. I wonder who killed you,
sorry, I
Zarel.
couldn't speak for half of that. He was only feeling unbridled rage.
Man, it seems there's a pattern, Zarel. I wonder what happened, Zarel.
Dude, you better shut the fuck up or I'm gonna roll DC on this table.
I'm saying it out of character. I don't know what
Gilgamesh just looked to these two, just like I had said, we have things we must take care of first, but we'll see to your temple, and whatever else will go from there.
Yes, and we'll wait for you at your library until you're ready. We'll
You'll
talk
not be
to
long.
the book man.
He has a name.
You said I could call him the bookman if I wanted.
And I suppose he is the bookman.
I don't know if he said you could call him that. I don't know. You have to ask him.
I'm not
Go and
calling
ask him.
I doubt he would mind.
Three people.
I doubt he
I
would
doubt
mind
it,
no matter what you
but-
called him.
Oh, I can think of a few things. But those are relevant. Thank you again.
Sorry I wasn't, I didn't tell you guys this stuff beforehand. It seems like you guys really, got a lot out of it.
we did.
I feel bad.
Thank you.
I should have told you guys about this when we first met.
We're not in competent time. It came up now.
I shouldn't have waited till disc 2.
Is that me?
The content wasn't loading till then, so you have to kind of wait. It's fine. Wait, do you ever had a quest that's supposed to be finished, but it wasn't finished in disc 1, and they just kind of left it there halfway? And then in this 2, they go back and they fix it up, and now it's like a whole quest line?
And now you feel like,
Oh
well,
my
I don't know
god,
what
I
was
hate it when
doing.
that happens.
It's like that.
It's so like that.
What are you talking about?
So as the jokes are going on, he does put a hand on Zarel's shoulder, because I feel like he would have noticed the indent in the fucking table by this point from his.
Dude,
I
you
like
touch
the
them and
idea.
it feels like touching a rock.
I like the idea that Zarel puts on the mask, nobody knowing that he's fuming
yeah.
underneath.
Yeah, he put it on. It's like, no worries, this is just my cosplay outfit. I'm not angry.
I'm not just mean mugging everything and everyone right now.
There's not just the look of absolute understanding and hatred upon my face.
It's funny because I feel like Gil clocked that instantaneously, and it's funny you think you can hide that from him.
Oh, I'm sure all 4 of them were just the entire
no,
time.
we can sense it.
Yeah, there's no. We know
The
you.
entire time
Anyway,
we had that conversation, occasionally you hear the sound of wood cracking a little more.
It is
Pat.
about this time that as all of you have gained this new information and all of you sort of gather yourselves up to potentially go and hang out with Booya and Ragna to do some training, that again, you guys got some very specific information today from a lot of the Cherished around here and a lot of shared informations, and it's not something that you guys can really super ignore with the similarities between the 3 of them, and again, the idea with Zarel, but it's a difficult subject to breach, obviously. As Zarel, you are dealing now with these potential feelings and these potential ideas of what happened, and it's difficult, man. But
Very hard.
the more you guys think on it and the more you guys think back to it, you guys see just the face that you guys remember of Hestus Boa, each of you at different times, and the idea that he's been doing something with all of these Cherish. He did it with the Cherish here that have been recently born. He's been messing with Siphius and with Whisper for years at this point.
And it's interesting to think how long ago he must have started doing this, or how much of the current climate and the current ideas about this place might have been set in motion at the very least because of him. And now with the confirmation that he has been working with those people in those dark cloaks, or even counts himself among them, you thought about it before, but now having complete confirmation, at least in your thoughts, a lot of things come to mind. One, especially from Hibiki's side, being just how strong Hestus Boa was whenever he had fought him. And the idea that not a ton has happened since then. Not a ton, Hibiki, has happened to make you that much stronger since then. Yeah, you had your battle. You had your battle with your battleizer and with the different things going on with Lord Q, but you don't feel yourself that much stronger.
I do not.
Especially now
Even
that you've
with
lost
Ultima.
your coin.
I've lost the coin. I still don't know what Ultima does, but even with that, even if I had the coin, I don't feel strong at all compared to what I faced then. Even with the battleizer.
As you guys have these thoughts fresh in your mind, I'm sure that these thoughts are even fresher whenever you guys start to make your way over toward the training area, where you can get, apparently, from what you remember, about 3 days of training in a single day. A lot of you don't know what exactly is going to happen whenever you open up that last, at least to your thoughts and knowledge, that last beacon. But it's apparently very easily within your grasp now. You don't have to go to many other places to get it. It's almost too easy. But you should be prepared for anything. I think that with all of you beginning to think on this and potentially finding it difficult to breach certain topics, I think we're going to end things off with you guys making your way into whichever of these time-space rooms that you want to make your way into. Whether it be going to Booyah and learning the ability of different kinds of jumps and how to incorporate those within your fighting styles, or making your way to Ragna and trying to learn the power of levitation and flight. I think no matter what you choose, getting that and working on your own personal abilities and your own strengths that you can make yourself a bit more and stronger take some amount of priority in your brain. As you guys make your way inside, seeing your two teachers, thinking back to all the Cherish, and figuring out what you need to do next, I think we're going to end things there for the night. Next time, we'll see which one of the trainings you guys focused on. We'll see if you guys learn any new abilities from your own skills. And we'll see what you guys decide to do first whenever you go to leave this place. Whether it's dropping by Cocklecot's Manor, making your way up to the White Lion Shrine or Temple, or potentially going island hopping. Or again,
Is that
taking
a
a box
Taco
to
Bell?
a, or again, taking a box to a spider. Who knows?
All of our favorite quests.
We'll come back to this next week. Hopefully I won't forget to make the cards again. Until
I'll
next
if I got
time.
it.
Like always. Later days.
Later days. God damn.
Bye-bye.